Hi, I want to show everybody how to use ProdigyGame.com as a teacher and make really amazing, use all of their tools, their amazing tools. So first of all, go to ProdigyGame.com and click on Teachers and Parents. Now, you want to click on Teachers Get Full Access for Free and sign up with Google or with Clever or whatever you want, but I would click continue with Google. Since I already have an account, I'm going to click log in and sign into my account. Okay, so this is the back end if you set up as a teacher. You click here on student roster to set up your students. Here is my son. He is going into the 8th grade. So there are lots and lots and lots of tools. First of all, if I click on him, okay, he placed at grade 7. He finished 95% of grade 7. You can see that. Okay. Once I've got a student in there, you can go to classroom and you can edit. So this is now getting changed to Grant's 8th grade math. And I'm going to select 8th grade for him and save. So that will help. Or you can create a new class and enter your students from there. Okay, so now I'm going to go to math. This is the math dashboard. And there's all kinds of stuff available for free. So we're going to first go to assessments. When the school year starts and you want to create an assessment, we're just going to say for the fun of it that the school year starts on July 31st. Okay, so we're going to click up here on create, and these are the different options you have. You can prepare your students for the RISE test, but I want to show you some options there. Okay, so I've got the state of Utah selected, but if I delete that, I can click on whatever state I want. I actually alternate between Utah and Massachusetts because I know that Massachusetts has a very rigorous testing. So there's, for Utah though, there's RISE testing and there's SAGE testing. In order to get more variety of questions, I alternate between these. So RISE, and then scroll down and just enter whatever grade you want your student. Click next, and then you get to choose how many days they're going to get to answer these questions. Now there's 80 questions in each of these practices, so I usually give him the whole week and he gets a few questions a day. Click create, and then when he goes to play, he will get presented questions to prepare him for the RISE testing in a random order as part of the game. Now, let's just say that I want to be super involved in the order that the curriculum is presented to him. I'm going to go to assignments, quiz students on a set of skills. Now I can do that. And again, we're going to go Utah Core Standards for 8th grade. And this presents all of the state standards in Utah for the 8th grade. If you click on 4th grade, it has the state standards for 4th grade. All the state standards for 8th grade, you hit this drop down arrow and it allows you to choose the state standards for that particular thing. So in 3D shapes, there are 2 things to cover. In angles, there are 2 things to cover. In data relationships, there's a whole bunch. Now, I try to do 5 things each time I create an assignment because when you click next, the maximum number of questions you can have in one assignment is 50 questions. So if I do 5 things, I can get 10 different questions presented to him during the week for each state standard. I click next. I name this assignment grade 8 state standards 1 through 5. And I click next. And again, it lets me choose how long I'm going to do this. I give my kid a week to do those 50 questions. You can assign it as homework, but if we're homeschooling, obviously it's just regular work. So here my student has 140 questions during the course of the week. He could do 30 on Monday, 20 on Tuesday, or do it every other day. He's got 1 week to complete both of these assignments. When the assignments are done, I can click reports. And this is so powerful that you get as teachers. So under reports, you can click student comprehension. You click your student. I'm going to do custom range because we're going to go back and look at my student for spring semester. So we're going to go January 1st to May 27th. That was spring semester. I want to see how my student did. Okay. He was in this program presented questions, 5 questions from 1st grade, 3 questions from 3rd grade, 4 questions from 4th grade, 591 questions from 5th grade, 945 questions from 6th grade, 411 questions from 7th grade, and 2,112 questions from 8th grade. This was during his 7th grade year. Because Prodigy adjusts to the learning level of the student as they answer questions correctly or incorrectly, and it spirals and reminds them of earlier learning. So here you get when he was presented these questions, these are how many he responded correctly on the first try. Now, if I want to drill down and see, because he was in the 7th grade, how he did on 7th grade, here are the 7th grade standards. And here, see, he got 79% in probability, 75% in rational numbers. Those were his worst performance. I can drill down and say he really struggled with complete rational division sentences. So I can go back and reassign extra questions. See, he got 10 questions on that. He got 60% correct, so that was 6 out of 10. I can go through and assign an additional 10 questions or an additional 20 questions, whatever it takes until he brings up that performance. Super easy to get that level of detail. Let's look at a different way to see that. That was student comprehension. Let's look at curriculum coverage. How much of 7th grade data got covered by the questions that he answered? Now here This green bar shows he reached mastery level on all of these, but he's got a red exclamation point here. That means there was something in here that he didn't do well on. So I can drill down and find out what exactly was it. Here, unit rates with conversion and missing numbers in unit rates he didn't do well on. Well, what kinds of questions are those? Here is an example question of the types of questions he was missing. I can go through and give him extra lessons on my own. I can help him find YouTube videos on how to answer these types of questions, give him more instruction, and assign him extra questions based on this particular type of question that he was struggling with. So I would just encourage you, Prodigy Math is free. You do not need to purchase any of their upgrades. If the parent signs up as a teacher and then creates the student account with the student roster, this is free. Pre-K through 8th grade math and 1st grade through 6th grade English have these options, and I would highly encourage you to use it.